Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm not going to talk about my portfolio, and I'm going to talk about 5 stocks that I have in my watch list, and I believe these are going to be multi-bagger for next 2026. And these 5 stocks, I know they've been in memes, and I'm 100% sure you heard about all these 5 stocks, and you can see on my screen on the top. But before diving into these 5 stocks, I have something to share, right? So we are in a 2 more weeks to close to 2025. So every time when at the end of the year, the market will always get down, and a lot of stocks is going to get down because a lot of people want to sell their portfolio and revamp their portfolio for 2026. This is very quite common. And when the stock, if they have any stocks that are currently under losses, people want to try to book some losses to write off their gains. This is also happen very frequently on every year end. So if you have any fear about the market, if you're trying to sell off your stocks, please don't do that because it is very common. And if you have money in your if you have cash holding in your brokerage account, try to find the better opportunity for the 2026. For me, these are the 5 stocks to add to my portfolio for 2026. I hope this makes sense after finishing this video. But yeah, these are very good stocks, and the fundamentals are very strong. And they are getting down because of the market fear. There is no other reason for these stocks because I don't see any other reason. I looked at the fundamentals; they are very pretty solid, and I looked at the technical side; they're very pretty solid. But the only reason the stocks are getting down is because of market fear, nothing else. So let's dive into the first stock that I have in my watch list, which is TTD, Trade Desk. So this business is nothing but they help people who want to find their customers to give the ads. Like for example, if you are in a YouTube creator and you need to find a core customers, that means you gonna use TTD to do that because they have the better software to catch the better audience to related when it's come to advertisement. And this is currently at $17 billion market. If you see the EPS, it beat almost 2%, revenue beat almost 3%, and revenue is increasing 17% year on year. So so there is nothing wrong with the stock. So even if you look at the fundamentals, they're pretty solid. So if you see the stock to the date, it lost almost 70% of its value, right? And if you see the 1 year return rate, 72%, and if you see the 5 years return rate, it lost almost 70%, 61%. It was trading around $95 in 2020. Now it's trading around $36. See how it's going. Even the fundamentals are strong. Everything is EPS is up, net income is up, revenue is up, profit margin is up, but the stock is getting down. Why? Because of market fear. Nothing else. And I believe this stock will climb back to $100 within no time for 2026. Trust me. This is in downtrend right now. I added this stock to my portfolio on last Friday, and I'm gonna buy this week too. So I'm not gonna sell any stocks in my portfolio, but I'm gonna add this brand new 5 stocks. I don't have TDD until last week. I don't have Netflix in my portfolio yet. I'm gonna buy Netflix because Netflix was down almost 10 to 15% because of Warren Bros news, and same thing with Oracle. Oracle was down almost 40% because of AI fear. Same thing with Adobe. Adobe is also last 5 years it doesn't give any returns, and it was getting down. And Adobe have a great AI business model. Nobody else right now, I would say. And UNH was down because of the CEO, CEO change and everything. And but other than that, the fundamentals were very strong. And Warren Buffett invested UNH into his portfolio, so that means it is a pretty good solid stock. No need to worry about UNH. So TTD, my target price was $100 within 2026, and it will somewhere fluctuate between $90 to $100. I have my tracker, so this tracker will usually help me to understand the historical patterns and see how this usually gonna perform. So if you see TTD, so it's going to current price was around 36.65, and my expectation based on the historical data, it's going to perform 117 by 2026. That is my target. So I'm gonna add TTD more to my portfolio. Yeah. So That's all I have for TTD. If you want me to dive deep into TTD stock, please feel free to add comments in the comments. So I'm gonna make a separate video for talking about fundamentals, talking about technicals. Right now, this stock I will give a support rating. If you see the last 5 days, 5 week chart, I will give the support around 35, and resistance is going to be around 42. So that's the support and resistance I'm going to give for this stock. And if you see the Netflix stock from last 5 days, it was down around 5%. If you see percent, almost 23%. And yeah, to the date it only gave like 7% return, but it was top around $128. Now it was trading around $95. If you see this chart, it was trying to pick up back, so there is a bull case run. So but there is only three key players in the market when it's come to streaming industry, right? One is Netflix, the other one is Paramount, the other one is Warner Bros. So these three players, if Warner Bros got bought by Netflix, that means Netflix will become a monopoly in this key sector. So once it become a monopoly, they can get to price whatever they want, and you have no other chance to buy Netflix to watch all the favorite series. It could be Harry Potter, uh, it could be strange things, whatever you like, right? So they're going to be a market leader in this market. So that's why I'm very bullish on the stock. And the same time, and year on year, the revenue was increasing almost about 17%. Netflix haven't added AI to their portfolio yet. If they going to implement AI into their platform, it's going to be a game changer. Imagine that AI is going to predict what you're gonna like, what are the favorites shows, what are the favorite movies, or what are the favorite TV series that you want to watch. It's gonna give you those series at your homepage. Right now, you usually go, there will be top 10 series, right? It's not like that. If you like, for example, I like Suits, I like House of Cards. That means when I'm watching Suits, it usually comes up House of Cards right now, right? There are a bunch of other series like Billions. There are a bunch of series, right? This AI platform is going to suggest me all these series because they going once they add and implement the AI into their platforms. This is my basic analogy. This is not 100% true, but if I'm thinking in a basic way like this, imagine how Netflix is going to think about this. So that's why I'm pretty bullish on this stock, and it's currently trading around $434 billion market cap, and this company easily worth around $700 billion market cap. Yeah, so there is a global company, right? It's a global company. When it's come to Warren Bros, we have HBO, but in India, if you want to watch HBO movies and everything, either you have to watch Hotstar or Disney, right? And or any other platforms you do care to say, Amazon Prime. So these are the top. People don't buy all the platforms to watch the series. Either they usually have Amazon, or they have Netflix. Some of people they have both. Some others they don't have neither of them. So nobody have all the platforms with the subscription and everything, right? So everybody, 80% of the chance they have Netflix, 30% of the chance they have Amazon Prime, 60% of the chance they have the Hotstar. That is how it usually works, because other platforms like Airtel and Jio, they usually give Netflix for free. In when I was in back in 2020. So I don't know how things working right now, but imagine this is a global company. Disney is also a global company, but Disney is currently trading. Uh, re- Disney also doing literally great job, and but I would stick with Netflix because he is the monopoly in this market. So I try to buy monopolies instead of the secondary company. When it's come to beverage industry, Coke is the monopoly. I don't want to hold Pepsi. I want to hold Coke. It's a stable company and it's a monopoly, so it's gonna be a stable stock. Same thing with Netflix. Netflix is going to be a stable stock, but it's been wild. There is a volatility in the stock because of the news. So nothing to worry. But this is a fundamentally a great stock, and I believe it's going to be bang around like $140 by 2026. That's my prediction for this stock. Right now, the support is around $93, and the resistance is around $96, 96 to 97. So, and I'm going to buy this stock in this week. And next stock would be Oracle. So if you want to check what is the Netflix is going to perform for the next 2026, let's see. So my track is currently saying around current is to $95. It's going to perform 147. So see, As I mentioned, this stock is going to get more than 150. That's what I believe, but let's see whether I'm right or wrong. So let's go to the Oracle. Oracle is currently lost its value almost. Last 5 days lost 14-15%. It's lost almost its value, and yet to the date it doesn't give any returns, only 14% returns. And if you see 1 year chart, only give 10% return. If you see 5 year chart, it gave almost 181% return. So if you observe, this stock was trading around $380. Now it's trading around 200 189. So it lost half of its value, so almost like 80% of its value from where it was in September to till the date. It was went all-time high because of the AI news. It is still having the AI news, but we haven't seen those fundamentals in the balance sheets. So people, the investors don't want to speculative stocks. They want to stock with proof of fundamentals. So that is the reason Oracle, lot of institutional investors are selling Oracle. That is the reason. But other than that, this is a very fundamental stock. 52 weeks high was 345, 52 52 week low was 118. So I believe it's gonna go a little more down. I was expecting. I want to buy this stock at around 140 to 150. If I can get that price, that would be really great. And if not, I'm gonna keep watching this stock for this week. If it ever went to 140 to 150 levels, I'm gonna add this stock. Or else I'm gonna keep this stock for watch list until next 2 weeks. But I'm gonna buy Oracle for sure. So if you want, let's see how the Oracle is going to perform based on my tracker. So present at 189, it's going to get to 333. So second prediction was 457. So if in order to get to reach this level, this stock has to show some fundamentals. So I believe end of 2026 it's going to show some fundamentals, but hopefully not true, but hopefully will be reach in between 333 to $400. That's what I was expecting. But yeah, definitely I believe this stock will reach to $300 with no hesitation, based on my analogy. So yeah, it is one of the great stock. It's currently giving where you currently buy this stock for cheap. And the next stock is Adobe. Adobe is one of the greatest stock, and it doesn't give any returns from last 5 years. You see, last 5 years we literally lost 30% of its value. If you see, it was trading around $500 in 2020. Now it's trading around $356. So it lost its value. And if you see on 2022, it was down to 280, 275. Just imagine the people who bought 275, they have this uptrend to 600. If you got sell this stock at that time, you're the lucky guy. And this stock went down again to 320. So you see how much volatility this stock has been went through. It from started with 500, went back to almost 620 with like 20 to 30% return, and then came back to 285. Lost almost like 60 to 70% of its value, then climbed back to 600 where it was at this level 2021 and 2023. It took 2 years to reach back to that level, and again it went down to 331. Now I feel like it's going to uptrend. It's going uptrend. Now this is the start, right? So once it started, it will go to $600 very easily. But my question is, will it exceed 600, or it's going to remain at 600? That's the question for me. So I believe this stock is going to perform around 450 to 500 in 2026. But let's check in our tracker how it's going to perform. So this stock is currently 356. It's going to go 493. I was expecting this stock to perform to 450, but the second prediction was $610. Let's see how it's going to perform. But I believe it's going to get back to 450 within mid of 2026. That's what my prediction was. Let's see how it's going to perform. And the last stock was UNH. UNH was one of the greatest stock right now. It is one of the monopoly right now in healthcare sector. So we don't need to you don't need to have any hesitation to buy this stock. It should at around $450 billion market cap, but it was currently trading around $309 billion market cap. So that means there is $150 billion need to be added back to its portfolio. Year on year it gave 32% return, and after the CEO issue. but 1 year return gave nothing, but 5 years return gave nothing. It was trading around $600, but it went down to almost 281. The people who bought at 281, they are the lucky fellows. I didn't get a chance to. I thought it will go more down, and I thought there will be a cycle here, but I was wrong. It didn't go back. It went back, but it didn't came down to 270. I thought maybe it will come back and go back again, but it came back only to 320. I was expecting to 270, but yeah, I already bought this stock around somewhere around 350 here. I bought it from here. I thought it's going to go up trend more, but it went down and it's coming back again. So nothing to worry on that. I lost maybe 10% and it's gonna get back. So for sure, I'm not worried about that stock. So right now, this stock is around 340. I was expecting this stock to reach to 500 levels within end of 2026. That will be like a 3 to 40% upside. Unit 341 is going to go to 560. I was expecting 500, but the tracker is saying 570. So yeah, if it's going to 570, that means there will be like upside to 45 to 60% up, potentially upside value. So hopefully it's going to happen, but that's what's my prediction for these five stocks. And yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. So these are the five stocks. I'm gonna keep them in my watch list, and see if I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna keep updated in my next videos. Please watch them, and if you have any new other stocks that you want me to check, and I'm very happy to check them on my tracker. And feel free to add those stocks ticker codes in my comments, and I'll check them. And the one stock I want to check before I end this video is Kawa. Kawa is I'm very bullish. Currently trading around 53, but it's gonna reach to 127. So it is like potentially 120% upside value. And I already bought Kawa around 50 to 51, but I got like 5% return. So I'm very happy on that. So it's gonna reach to easily 127. I was expecting to reach to $90, but if it's reached to 127, that would be really awesome. So these are the 5 to 6 stocks that I have to in my watch list, but I'm not going to buy Kawa anymore because I want to add these 5 stocks into my portfolio. I already bought Kawa enough, but if I have more money, I'm going to buy it. But right now, whatever the money I was expecting to come to my bank account, that I can only afford to buy TTD or any, I'm going to buy any of these 3 stocks out of these 5. So I'm going to share you my views in my upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great night. Bye bye.